Hi guys, it's been almost 2 years now since my last video. Do apologise, not really been into it as of late, and to be fair I haven't had the editing software either. Truth be told, past 2 years worth of fishing, not really been worth filming. I haven't had to catch anything. So this year I decided, I was going to go ahead, try and concentrate on the carp a bit more, try and get my PB up a little bit. It hasn't gone well. It's actually gone really bad. Very bad. I've had one decent carp, and I believe that was back in February. This picture. A lovely looking carp. The place I've been going at, the fish don't seem to want to be feeding during the day, they seem to be feeding during the night. I've had a few catfish as well. Here are the pictures. And that was nice to have, but I've really been struggling with the carp fishing. But I managed to get my editing software sorted out, so I thought, you know what, why not? Let's do another video. Now I do apologise for the noise in the background. The lake I'm on today has a main road running right next to it, so hopefully you can hear me. Right, where are we at today? We're at Burn Road Pond. It's a brand new lake, just been created. It's been open for a few months now. It was a pond owned by a local club. Now unfortunately the local club let the pond go to, well, poo. Let it go to poo. I fished it a couple of times when the club had it, and it was absolutely terrible. It was covered in weed, trees everywhere. There was only 3 accessible swims. Absolutely diabolical. But they've taken it over here now. Someone's come along, really done a lot of work on this place, put some more stock into the pond, and there's some lovely fish in here. Lots of carp in here. Also a few other species, tench, roach, pike, sturgeon I believe as well. So I thought, you know what, why not, let's come down and give it a go. So just down for the day, and it's only 5 minutes down the road from me, so if all goes well today, hopefully this could be a regular place to come. Excuse me. But there's 9 swims here now to choose from. There's a lovely little island swim as well if you want a little bit of peace and quiet and get out of the way of everybody else. I'm on the very far swim, right in the corner, swim number 9. I put a left-hand rod up against the margins right in the corner. I've got the right-hand rod up against the margins where the road runs by it. And you'd think that it would scare the fish off. No, from what I've seen on posts, a lot of people are fishing up against that marginal area where the road is, and they're catching. So why not? Let's go for it. They've told me that pellets work well down here. They're still feeding the fish on the pellets, so we're going to stick with pellets. Little 8mm halibut pellets that are flavoured. One is flavoured with salmon oil and the other one frankfurter, which always smells like it. Oh, a very rare moment of peace and quiet on that road. Never mind. But yeah, excited. Hopefully we're going to get a few fish today. Now, every time I come fishing, I'm going to start setting myself a bit of a target. I want to start achieving targets. So the first target is catch a carp. Now if I do catch a carp, second target is to catch one over 10 pounds. Now I know that's not massive by general standards of carp fishing these days, but it's a personal target. Anything over 10 pounds today would be absolutely brilliant. I'll be happy with that. But just to catch a carp, that would be brilliant. I haven't had many fish this year. Like I said, fishing's not been that great for me personally. I'm not sure if it's my tactics, if it's the bait I'm using, or if I'm just not concentrating enough. But we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed we're going to get a few fish on the bank today. Let's go for it. for me. I've never caught a fish like that before. Well, that's the first for me. A brand new species. £7 11 ounce. I've got a sturgeon. Look at that. Isn't that an incredible looking fish? Very shark-like in its tail. Look at the mouth on it. That is unbelievable. What a strange looking fish that is. I'm really happy with that. I've never caught a sturgeon before, but there we go. Brand new species for me. Hey, I want to get a few more of these. These are brilliant, aren't they? They're incredible looking fish. Look at that mouth going at the bottom. You can see how they feed with those feelers, and then the mouth going down and protruding, just sucking up everything. Unbelievable looking fish. Right. Well, no carp just yet, but there are new species, sturgeon. Well, that was certainly a surprise. A sturgeon. Wow. Didn't think I'd ever catch a fish like that. Like I said, first sturgeon I've ever caught, and just had a quick chat, and it's the only sturgeon in this lake. There's only one of them in this lake, so to catch the only sturgeon in the lake, yeah, I'm really happy with that. If you don't catch any carp today, yeah, no, I'm very happy. It's nice to catch a new species. So personal best at £7 11. I'm pretty sure there's a few places in the UK where I could go where I'm certainly going to beat that PB, but for now, really happy with that. Sun keeps flittering in and out. 1 minute it's warm, then it's cold, then it's raining, then there's rainbows. It changes by the second here. Unbelievable. But we've got plenty of time left. Pretty sure there's going to be a few carp coming along. I've seen a couple just in the middle swim that have been rising up, and a few just on the margin shelves over the top there. Might be lucky enough to get one. We'll see what happens. But I'm happy with the sturgeon. We managed to get a carp. First carp out of this lake. Just a little over £8, £8 11. But what a beautiful, feisty one too. What a beautiful looking carp that is. Lovely condition here. Beautiful little colours. This one's going to grow up to be a right old stomper, isn't it? Look. Like I said, it's early days on this lake, still very new, but look at the colours on that. Lovely. Love to see this one is 20. Beautiful fish. Hey, first carp. Fantastic. I've got a lovely little small common now. So being a new pond, obviously it's new stock. They got some time to grow, but this one's already got a belly on it. Very, very heavy for such a small fish. And that's going to grow up to be a right big one, isn't it? I'll give it 5 years, this place is going to be absolutely teeming with doubles and 20s. There's a lovely little common. Get him back. Well, we've had those 2 carp and that sturgeon. It's been about 3 hours now and it's gone completely quiet. Really, really quiet. But it happens sometimes in fishing. I've got a couple of carp already. I've had a sturgeon. I'm very, very happy with that. Still got a few more hours to go before I need to pack up and get off. Fingers crossed we're going to get a couple more. PVA bag seems to be working really well here with the small 8mm pellet on. That's where the majority of all the fish are coming. I did have a run on the left hand rod. Unfortunately it bumped. So we could have had another fish, but hey, there you go. It happens, that's fishing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's just nice to be on the bank sometimes, isn't it? Now I'm thinking, we're in October now. Mine's starting to tick over towards pike fishing. I'm probably going to start maybe November. I've got a few venues in mind. There's a canal, there's my club lake, but also here too as well. They said that there's a few pike in here, nothing massive, mainly jacks and whatnot, but it'd be interesting to see what kind of pike they have in here, interesting to see what colorations and patterns they have. So I might try a bit of pike fishing down here too. Perch, definitely got to get back on the perch, but I need to find a decent venue. I need to find somewhere where there's a real good chance of getting some specimen perch. The local canal, on my last video as you saw, they had a fair few amount of perch in there, a few decent sized ones, so I'm kind of hoping maybe if I go down there and concentrate on there, I might pick up a few more specimen perch. But we'll definitely give the pike fishing to go down there because there's a few 20s hanging around in that certain stretch. Definitely worth giving a go. Are you guys pike fishing soon? Let me know. Drop us a comment. Love to chat to you. What are your targets this year? Now, personally, I'd love to have a 20. I love to catch a 20-pound pike. I believe it was a couple of years back that I had my personal best, which was my first double-figure pike. All I've ever seen to catch is jacks, but I managed to catch a double-figure pike. But I really would like to catch a 20-pound one, so I am going to try and concentrate as hard as I can this year, in terms of the winter season, to get one. Perch, I believe my PB's £3.6. If we can beat that, that would be fantastic. Now, I would love to go for chub. I do have a venue in mind, but it takes a bit of time me getting up there because I don't drive, so it all has to be via public transportation. But if I can get up there, I certainly will. It'd be nice to get back on the rivers again. I haven't been on the rivers in almost, blimey, 3.5 years, almost 4 years now since I've been on the rivers, and I miss them. I miss them. I love those intimate little venues, the small little rivers, shallow chalk streams, beautiful long glides and runs, deep pools. Absolutely love it. Now, this particular venue that I'm looking at in terms of the chub also holds barbel, which I know I'm thinking ahead here a bit, but I wouldn't mind targeting next year when the new season opens again. See what happens. But we've got a few more hours here. See if we can get another carp. Well, while the fish are not feeding, I thought we'd talk baits and tactics that I'm using today. So on the right hand rod, as I said, I've got it up against the margins over there where the road is. Got it on a PVA bag, a few pellets. It's my own little mix that I've created. It does work. It hasn't on the other venues that I've been using it on, but it does work. It seems to have worked here. And I'm just using little 8mm halibut pellets on that one. On the left hand rod, got it in the margins. And what I'm doing is I'm using the same 8mm pellets, but I've got some of those micro pellets that you use in the feeders that I've seen the match fishing use. And all I'm doing is just squeezing it around the bait and the hook itself, because I'm not casting out. I'm just gently lowering it into the margin and bringing the rod back and putting it on the rest. And it's worked. Well, it's almost worked. I hadn't bought a take on it. Hopefully we are going to get one. It would be nice if that tactic worked, but you know, it just leaves a lovely little pool of bait all around, and right in the middle is that little 8mm pellet. I'm hoping the carp will come along, scoff that up nicely. It's getting cold again. It's getting cold again. I could have done with a cup of tea today, but I forgot to bring me bits. So cold energy. Oh, nice little fish just showing up there. Needed him to swing around onto that section there and get hold of me bait. But as you can see the cars running along there. Eventually, like I said, it's a relatively new fishery. They're planting trees along there, and eventually they're going to grow up, and that will create a nice little sound barrier and also stop you from seeing the cars as well. And when it does mature, this is going to be a really lovely lake. I can't wait to see what it's going to do in the future. And like I said, I'm local to this, so I'm going to keep coming down here, and just checking it out. It's going to be a good little winter venue too. I might, although I'm going to concentrate on the carp in winter, I might come down for a couple of sessions during the winter and see if we can get a winter carp, especially if we get a bit of snowfall. That would be nice. Still haven't got that snow carp yet. I've tried a couple of times but failed. Hey, if it snows, I'll give it another go. Right, we have one more hour. One more hour. Let's see if they switch on. Well, it's been quiet for a couple of hours. The left hand rod in the margins just kicked off. And we've got this lovely £9, 7oz mirror carp. Again, lovely colours on it, lovely scale patterns. Really heavy fish for the size of them. Beautiful. Just get him back down. Full of power still. Absolutely stunning. Lovely mirrors. He's definitely the smallest today, but still an immaculate looking carp. Beautiful condition. Again, lovely colours on it. Still got a chance for one more, I think, so we're going to get him back quick and get the rod back out. There's a bite. Ghost carp. Well, that was chaos. Me and Bobbin broke in the process as well and got stuck on the line, but there we go. 2 at once, double take. Little one down at the bottom and a nice little ghosty up at the top. Fantastic. Let's get him back. We've got a chance for one more bite. Well, that's it for this session, guys. Night's coming in. I need to get home. I need a beer and I need a kebab. Thoroughly enjoyed myself today. Been an absolutely brilliant session. Very much needed after the run of blanks that I've had. Now, we managed to get the carp. That was one achievement today, but we didn't get the double figure. But there's always next time. I'm certainly going to be coming back down here more often as it's a local lake and keep giving it a go. And hey, we've got a new species today. I've got a sturgeon. Absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, do leave a comment, give it a like, subscribe if you want to as well. And until the next time, tight lines.